I'm diabetic was quite severely. I had an impossible addiction to food that made me eat McDonalds and Burger King and pizzas for years, even while I was diabetic. I got really sick, skin issues. I'm still not out of the woods yet. But some things are so powerful that we cannot change them. Some appearances are so persistent we cannot change them. And if you continue to reify them, they destroy you. I reified my food addiction for 15 years or so. Even after I discovered I was awareness. I'm like, everything's awareness, but me eating a burger, that's not awareness, and I have to stop that. So I went on a massive wild goose chase to try and find ways to stop it. I couldn't, to try and stop the pain I feel in my body that would make me eat. If you've never had true cravings, they are painful. They are not just ideas, and they drive you to use. I know your story. It's like these addictions get into your survival mechanism, and they're so powerful, they make you want yourself to survive. It's very, very strange. And what I found is by continually confronting it as awareness over and over, eventually it's broken down maybe to 80, from 100% strong to maybe 15% strong with some spikes. And it's resolving all the time, all the time, all the time. The physical sensations, soothing as awareness. So imagine that you feel like you're this really thin, fragile line. And then there's this pain, sadness, excitement, pain, a big amplitude, and it dominates who you think you are, because that's all you think you are. When you recognize your awareness, your depth of self-knowledge, of self-identity becomes vast, and then the amplitude hasn't changed, it just feels so much smaller. Does that make sense? So when you're living as a fragile human being, just someone saying to you, "Oh, I didn't invite you to my party," or even just looking at you. Have you ever had that? Someone looks at you and you go, this must mean all this and that must mean all that. But when you have your depth of being and the same thing that happens, it goes, and it's all happening if and you're not identified with it. If you look at all of the ancient scriptures, this is what they talk about. They say nothing's changed. It's the same as it is. Same, but different. Free as all appearances. The suffering never goes, but I am not the suffering. Every single religion has some kind of comment about this. And that's what happens in my experience. As I said today, whatever's going on, it's just the same as it always has been, but it doesn't have the same level or capacity to cause any harm or even any disturbance. And occasionally a strong appearance might come along, but I know what to do now. I know I don't need to go and get a medical book or go and see a psychologist. You can if you want to, but I know that I'm not, whenever I see myself avoiding something, like whatever it might be, I know I'm not recognizing awareness. That's it. When you're avoiding something, you're not recognizing it as yourself, because everything that is yourself, you're fine with. Now, here's what's interesting, just to sidetrack a little bit. There's probably 20 things in your life that you absolutely are drawn to and have been for years. And there's maybe, and that's a high estimate. And maybe there's 20 things that you hate in your life that you've spent so much energy avoiding, right? And that's a high estimate. And then there's a billion other appearances that we just choose to ignore. Look at the stability of this space we're in and the objects around us and the happy everything. Like, we're in this realm of complete ease and relaxation. Just look around you, right? But yet we have like 5 to 20 things that we dominate. My life was dominated for a while with trying to get a girlfriend, eat pizza and McDonald's and not eat pizza and McDonald's. And not get a girlfriend. Like, it was literally about those 4 things. Dominated it. And there's all this other stuff. This is why we like to meditate, because we go and sit somewhere and we go, no. But that no, that meditative space is available in all circumstances, even with social anxiety, or sitting on a bus riding around a scary place, or going home for Christmas. All you're looking at, you're choosing to look at it now. But we box it inside meditation. But it's always available. It's here right now. Look at this. It's so serene.